Hello fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays here on my channel, my version of Throwback Thursdays. Today's classic movie I will be reviewing for you is Born to Dance from 1936, starring Eleanor Powell, James Stewart, Una Merkel, Virginia Bruce, and a whole host of other actors and actresses from MGM, or actually character actresses and actors from MGM of the time. The movie starts off with a young woman named Nora Page, played by Eleanor Powell, going into this hotel called the Lonely Hearts Club. She meets Jenny, played by Una Merkel, who runs the hotel. She works behind the desk, and they become friends. Jenny sees that Nora wants to, be on the stage. She's having a rough time, and they just really come to find each other as friends. Meanwhile, on a submarine docked in New York at one of their harbors is Gunny Sachs and a guy named Mush. Gunny is the husband of Jenny. They were married 4 years ago but haven't seen each other in 4 years. And Mush is Gunny's friend, played by Buddy Ebsen. He's Mush. And they're supposed to be delivering a letter, and they just do not ever deliver the letter. It's really, really funny. And then there's this other commanding officer named Ted Barker, played by James Stewart, and he goes on land with them. And Gunny takes them to the Lonely Hearts Club so that he could see Jenny. It's the first time in 4 years they've seen each other. And Jenny's not too happy to see him. At first she thinks that Ted is her husband, because she can't remember what he looks like. The next day after they were married, he shipped off. And she's like so depressed to see him, to see Gunny, and she's like, oh man, I married this. Of course, Ted winds up seeing Nora, and he immediately starts flirting with her, and he really, really likes her. They do a dance number, because this is a musical, and oh my god, James Stewart is like the worst dancer. He is so stiff, he's so awful. I mean, anybody besides Fred Astaire would be friggin' terrible compared to Eleanor Powell, and dear god, James Stewart was terrible. He looked like he was just too tall and lanky and awkward to dance. So Ted and Nora start seeing each other, they really like each other, and as per usual, things don't go right. Something happens, misunderstanding, and Nora actually does get on stage with the help of Ted, because he winds up helping a stage actress, and Nora becomes this actress's understudy. Things happen, all this stuff, but Nora becomes a big hit on Broadway and all that stuff at the end. And it's Born to Dance. It's a cute movie. It's a little cheesy. I mean, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna say a little cheesy. It's very cheesy. There's a few musical numbers. I'm like, why? Why is this even a musical number? Like, even my cheeks were blushing because I'm like, oh god, this is just so cheesy. But I love Born to Dance. I really, really like it because, you know what? Eleanor Powell is amazing. She is one of the absolute greatest dancers ever, if not like the best female dancer. Like, she's just so incredible. She was called the Queen of Taps because the way she taps, she never had to dub her taps. Like, if you ever watch like any musical, like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, any Gene Kelly movies, their taps always had to be dubbed in because they didn't hit the floor hard enough. But Eleanor Powell never ever had to dub her taps because she taps so hard. According to some trivia that I found, Eleanor Powell, when she was learning to dance, her teacher put sandbags around her waist, and that's how, she got the heavy taps down. And that woman, just the way she moves, she was a big girl. Like, if I could have anybody's thighs, like really awesome looking thighs, I'd want Eleanor Powell's. This girl, oh my god, her legs, loved it. And she was a big girl. She looked like she was, she wasn't stick thin. She looked fantastic. And like, oh my god, the way she moved, it was so graceful, so slick. God, just like rambling. I know I'm at like a loss for words for Eleanor Powell. And she really wasn't a bad actress either. I mean, she wasn't the greatest, but a lot of like the singer dancers really weren't that great. you know, with their acting, but Eleanor Powell was good. She was just, oh my god, she was so adorable. She was so cute. I love her face. She had such a really cute, very pretty face. And actually, I'm not a James Stewart fan, but I liked Eleanor Powell and James Stewart together. They made a really good couple. Una Merkel, I love seeing that woman in movies. I think Born to Dance was like the first time I ever really took notice of Una Merkel and was just like, oh my god, this woman is amazing. She's so funny. Her facial expressions are really funny. Just like the way she said her lines, really quick, very like just funny. She's just a funny person, and I always enjoy her in the movie, and I really liked her as Jenny in this. And she even had like good chemistry with Eleanor Powell. I liked seeing them as friends in this movie. As I said, I'm not a big James Stewart fan. I don't like him. There's something about him I just can't get into. I can't get on board like everybody else, like they think he's such a great actor. I'm not a fan of his, and especially in this movie, the poor guy had to sing, and he was miserable. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say miserable. He wasn't miserable. He wasn't that bad, but I'm like, oh, come on, that was just really wicked. But you know, he was under contract to MGM, and there was that musical craze for a very long time, and unfortunately James Stewart had to get in on the musical aspect. And he said that in an interview, I believe, he said that he had to sing the song Easy to Love, but it was just such a popular song, and it's such a nice song that even his not that great singing voice didn't ruin it, and it didn't, and it's Easy to Love is a very good song. Born to Dance, if you really like classic Hollywood musicals, if you really enjoy them, if you like Eleanor Powell, if you've never seen this but you like Eleanor Powell, definitely go and watch Born to Dance. It's a really good movie. As I said, it's very cheesy, but it's fun cheesy. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I loved watching Eleanor Powell dance, and I'm sure you will too if you've never seen her. Even if you just like look up on YouTube, Born to Dance 1936, you'll get a whole bunch of Eleanor Powell's dance or musical numbers in it. Just go watch her. She's so fantastic. So that was my review of Born to Dance from 1936. If you like this movie in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you have seen Born to Dance, if you like Eleanor Powell, whatever you want to discuss about this movie, leave them there. And also in the comments, if you have any classic movies, or any movies for that matter, maybe some TV shows that are on Netflix or Hulu, leave them there, and if I pick your movie or TV show and I watch it and I review it, I'll give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews and Classic Movie Thursday reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.